Hi, I'm Tom Ridge. Having served as governor of this great Commonwealth, I'm honored to have the opportunity to offer my support to our state troopers that serve us daily. While many of us can replay in our minds the horrors of 9/11 that resulted in the deaths of 72 law officers, few of us realize that our officers always put themselves at risk, no matter what the assignment. In fact, hundreds of those line-of-duty deaths have occurred during what are mistakenly and often termed routine traffic stops. We recently witnessed a shocking example of that fact when Corporal Joseph Picorni was shot and killed while making a traffic stop in Carnegie, Pennsylvania. Corporal Picorni's body was found in a snowbank approximately 25 feet from his patrol car. Throughout this program, we will explore some of the various services and examine the dangerous duties of a Pennsylvania state trooper.
It started off like a routine traffic stop outside of Philadelphia. Trooper Andrew Falcon pulled over a speeding vehicle and had just finished writing a ticket when suddenly he was blindsided, struck by a speeding car's side view mirror. Watch again. One more inch and this traffic stop could have been his last. Luckily, he was able to limp away from the highway, albeit with injuries to his elbow and also to his back. What is it like when you see this video? I mean, it plays over and over again, and to see yourself like that.
Well, initially, as you can tell, I was momentarily stunned when it first occurred, but ultimately I reverted back to my training, and I took a deep breath, and I realized I had to get out of harm's way.
For over a century, Pennsylvania state troopers have earned the respect and adulation from the citizens of this Commonwealth. Through the years, the long gray line of troopers have passed the torch of honor and have kept the fountain of justice pure. The backbone of the Pennsylvania State Police consists of highly motivated and dedicated men and women who perform the day-to-day functions and are responsible for providing the public a myriad of services. Paramount to a Pennsylvania state trooper is possessing or embracing fundamental principles that are infused in every trooper during their training as a Pennsylvania State Police cadet.
When a call came in for the gunman in the school, I was thinking of how to react based on the training we received at the academy.
We got there so fast. But I do recall saying to them, I hope you're ready, this could be it. This is where your training is really going to come into play.
Moving through the hallway, whether or not I was in the right position, for covering the gunman, for backing up my partner, and especially with the handcuffing techniques and things, just making sure I was doing everything correctly. That was somewhere in the back of my mind. I was thinking about that, and I was cognizant of that.
Troopers are highly trained in all areas of the laws of Pennsylvania's Criminal Code, Vehicle Code, and Rules of Criminal Procedure. Troopers have extensive technological resources. Troopers provide a broad range of services that include forensic and criminal laboratory-based technologies. And troopers have the commitment to innovation that leads the law enforcement community with new technology and innovative investigative techniques.
Another big identity theft bust by Pennsylvania State Police tonight. Troopers say this time around, the ID thieves used phony licenses to buy guns and commit an assortment of other crimes.
The state police say identity theft is not only being used for criminal activity, it could be used for much more sinister things.
Troopers respond to every incident with a sense of diligence and exigency, as was the case on October 2nd, 2006, when a West Nickel Mines Amish school located in Lancaster County was the scene of a gunman's massacre that left 5 girls dead and 5 others wounded. During this incident, the gunman fired his shotgun at troopers. However, unlike other national school shooting incidents where police waited until tactical teams or commanders arrived before taking action, the on-scene troopers determined that acting in a quick and decisive manner was vital in protecting the lives of the students. Troopers breached the shooter's barricades and entered the school just as the gunman committed suicide. Once inside, troopers discovered multiple gunshot victims, some with gunshot wounds to the head. Emergency vehicles immediately transported the victims to several hospitals in the region, and one girl died in the arms of a trooper. 1 year later, on the anniversary of the shootings, the Amish, which is normally a closed community, demonstrated their gratitude for the many lives saved by the swift action taken by Pennsylvania State Troopers on that horrific day, by inviting them to join in prayer and the singing of hymns. Over 100 years of law enforcement experience and leadership have made the Pennsylvania State Police a distinguished law enforcement agency. Through the years, the Pennsylvania State Police have endorsed a strategy that stresses excellence and professionalism in law enforcement. The Pennsylvania State Police is a decentralized police agency and have installations that expand throughout this Commonwealth. This gives troopers a unique combination of unlimited jurisdiction plus quick and substantial access to technical resources.
Pennsylvania State Police will be up in the air and on the ground this weekend using this chopper plus patrol cars. They're watching area highways for speeders and other offenders. Motorists should remember the next time they think they see a PennDOT worker in the work zone, well, it might actually be someone else.
The distribution of Pennsylvania State Police facilities across the state also assures a ubiquitous and quick response of troopers to every community they serve. Keeping these operations functional are the dedicated troopers that have a strong sense of teamwork, in addition to the mutual cooperation that exists between the Pennsylvania State Troopers and the public.
Unbelievable story out of Pennsylvania. Doctors had important news for 10-year-old John Paul May and his mom. An urgent message: we have your new heart. But the transplant patient and his mother were nowhere to be found, so the state police used GPS to find them and got the boy to surgery just in time.
I went to the concert and I approached a lady that looked to be in charge, and I told her why I was there. And then I had to stop the concert in order to find Sue May and her boy.
And what was the reaction, Corporal?
She said that was fine. So I approached the director, who was leading the orchestra, and I was approaching him. I was giving him the cut sign, and he walked up to me and asked me what was going on.
Right. And what did the crowd do?
I told him that we had a boy. They were sitting there dumbfounded. I don't think they knew what to expect, that the state police were there stopping a concert. It could have been something bad. It could have been something good. So I called out Sue's name twice. The second time she raised her hand, she was way in the back. And, and I announced to her that we had to get her to Pittsburgh, the Children's Hospital, that they had a heart for her little boy.
That's so great. Sue May.
This strong relationship has led to enhanced productivity in solving crime, catching criminals, and a reassurance in public confidence.
Pennsylvania State Police bust a major mob-related crime ring in Delaware County following a 4-year investigation. In all, 17 people have been arrested in Operation Delco Nostra today. Among those in custody is Nicholas Cimino, also known as Nicky the Hat. He's charged with bookmaking, gambling, loan sharking, and other crimes. Authorities say that Cimino's organization made more than $1 million a month and paid Philadelphia organized crime family fees for the right to operate.
The Pennsylvania State Police provide accident reconstruction, laboratory, and many other investigative and law enforcement services as requested by local municipal police departments. Pennsylvania State Troopers work in collaboration with the local municipalities and make available to local law enforcement communities the latest selection of high-quality police services, so citizens receive the greatest value from their local departments. The remarkable reputation of the Pennsylvania State Police as being the finest state police force in the country has carried through the years. It's also because of this reputation that local municipal police also call upon troopers to assist in resolving some of their community crime-related problems. Recently, the Philadelphia City Police Commissioner enlisted the aid of state troopers to patrol Philadelphia's most dangerous neighborhoods under a program called Operation Trigger Lock. The goal of this program is to target activities that lead to gun violence. Operation Trigger Lock has proven to be very successful in the past when troopers assisted other urban police in their problem communities.
Thanks to the efforts of the state police, in conjunction with the Harrisburg City Police Bureau and the Dauphin County Probation and Parole Department, the Cameron Street project is a huge success.
Pennsylvania state troopers are often faced with grueling and gruesome incidents. This massive crash involving a major pileup with several explosions and multiple fatalities occurred as a result of a sudden snowstorm that created whiteout conditions and left the highway icy. At least 45 people were taken to local hospitals. One driver said, "Every few seconds you could hear another car exploding as they collided with each other. Some vehicles ended up in the ravine between the two sides of the highway. There were several cars at the bottom of a 125-foot bank, and we saw state troopers pulling people out of them." This incident was virtually investigated by one state trooper. In the 1930s, Pennsylvania state troopers kept the peace during the Bethlehem Steel Strike in Johnstown. In the early 60s, they quelled the mine strikes in Somerset County. In the 80s, troopers restored order during the Camp Hill State Prison riot. And in 2001, when terrorists hijacked and crashed United Flight 93 in Shanksville, hundreds of troopers responded and played a major role in assisting at the disaster site.
An image some say they will never forget. The respect of a nation as those who suffered the most visited the site of their worst fear. A visit that warmed the hearts of the family members who arrived in Shanksville and were greeted with dignity and respect.
And I heard a family member go up to the colonel of the state police and said that was the most moving thing. The state police had requested to do that on their own yesterday to show respect for the families.
Along the entire route, the 6 buses followed to the crash site. Security was high. In fact, a mile-long section in both directions shut down. No one allowed in. Police say that was for their protection, their privacy, and their own personal memory. One that Lisa Taylor says she will never forget. Taylor, who is part of the aviation incident response team, says never before has she seen so much respect.
I'm a member of the air team, and this is my 7th crash. And I always like to take some nice visual memory back. 4 state policemen on horses way up on the ridge who stood in a line on horseback for attention and at attention for perhaps 2 hours.
Following the tragic events of September 11, 2001, I was sworn in as the first Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. My mission was to develop and to coordinate a comprehensive national strategy to strengthen the United States against terrorist threats or attacks. In today's post-9/11 environment, everyone recognizes the need to provide heightened security for our infrastructure, which is so important to daily transportation and commerce. Recently, the Delaware River Joint Toll Bridge Commission acquired Pennsylvania state troopers to provide security services on 5 of its most critical bridges. The daily patrols help protect the thousands of drivers who use our bridges every day and safeguard this infrastructure that is vital to commerce in the northeastern United States.
Since the terrorist atrocities, the Pennsylvania State Police established a domestic security office that has a primary mission to identify and reduce vulnerabilities of the Commonwealth to terrorist attack. Specially trained troopers are also now available to respond and handle incidents involving weapons of mass destruction. Currently, the Pennsylvania State Police are also developing plans to increase security in the Port of Philadelphia because of its extensive petrochemical refining capabilities, cargo facilities, and military presence that could result in lost lives and critical infrastructure if an attack should occur. The Pennsylvania State Police have formed a hazardous device and explosives section to respond to explosive-related incidents across Pennsylvania. The members of this team are also on the front line in our efforts to battle violent crime, prevent acts of terrorism, and, when needed, offer assistance to other police agencies around the state. This squad is equipped with the latest high-tech equipment, which play a crucial role in making the Commonwealth a safer place for all of our citizens. This section is accredited by the Federal Bureau of Investigation and operates as part of the State Police Bureau of Emergency and Special Operations. Also part of the Bureau of Emergency and Special Operations is the Pennsylvania State Police Special Emergency Response Team, known as CERT. CERT members are specially trained troopers that handle high-risk incidents. These specially trained troopers are also involved in arduous and lengthy negotiations that usually help bring a safe ending to dangerous situations. The Pennsylvania State Police are the only law enforcement agency in the Commonwealth to offer the many major investigative and enforcement services to local municipalities. The Pennsylvania State Police K-9 unit responds when requested by local municipalities. The dogs and their handlers assist in the tracking of fugitives, drug detection, and are used during arson investigations. The Pennsylvania State Police continue to strengthen its position as the leader of the law enforcement community in terms of experience, resources, breadth of service line, and innovation. Pennsylvania State Troopers bring it all together with leadership through professional law enforcement and quality of service for its citizens of Pennsylvania. Another new component of the Pennsylvania State Police is its Gaming Enforcement Office. The State Police assist the Gaming Control Board to ensure that gaming operations in Pennsylvania comply with existing laws and regulations. Moreover, this allows State Police to have a significant intelligence and criminal enforcement presence throughout the state to ensure the integrity of gaming in Pennsylvania. Despite a trooper's irregular work hours and hectic schedule changes, troopers throughout the state devote many hours participating in a broad range of charitable programs, such as Camp Cadet, sponsored by Camp Cadet Incorporated. This is a group of non-profit organizations. The youth who attend this camp learn it's not what you want to be, but who you want to be that really matters. Cadets gain self-discipline, the ability to make new friends, and learn to work as part of a team. Camp Cadet also encourages cadets to develop positive attitudes toward law enforcement professionals. Pennsylvania State Troopers have far exceeded the expectations of its founding leaders and have forged a reputation for law enforcement excellence. So where are Pennsylvania State Police headed tomorrow? The Pennsylvania State Police are committed to strengthening their position as the leading source of enforcement and services for the Pennsylvania community, and establishing Pennsylvania State Police as the standard of excellence in the law enforcement community. We are fortunate indeed to have such dedicated heroes among us. Some go unnoticed, and some receive the recognition they deserve for unselfishly putting their lives on the line to protect our citizens.
You know that police work is dangerous, but it doesn't sink in until something like this happens. These guys really have their lives on the line every day.
Our troopers are always prepared to give their life, save a life, or even take a life when necessary.
Corporal Joe Picorni killed, shot multiple times early Monday morning.
Their services are many, their challenges are great, and much is demanded from them. Much work and even greater sacrifices. So let us all do our part and support them. The Pennsylvania State Police, a model of excellence in law enforcement.
Never in our history has it been so vitally important to support our brave men and women of the Pennsylvania State Police if they are to effectively and safely take on the increasingly dangerous demands of their job in this post-9/11 era. However, regardless of how many tools we give them, let us never forget that it is the exceptional courage and character of our troopers that makes this unique profession so special. And we owe our heroes and heroines in this struggle to safeguard Pennsylvania a huge debt of gratitude.
The Pennsylvania State Troopers Association mission is to help protect those who protect us and to serve those who serve the Commonwealth. To learn more about how state troopers protect over 12 million citizens of Pennsylvania, contact your local state police station. For more information about the PSTA, we invite you to visit our website or contact us today.